One of the most common challenges we face in prayer is distractions. I was meeting with this guy one time, and he was very spotty in his prayer because he was facing a lot of distractions, and he just felt the urge to quit because he felt like prayer kind of wasn't for him. His mind was always racing, and he was always, thinking about different stuff. So I asked him, what are you distracted by? And he went off, listing things like, aspects of work, aspects of family. Basically, he was being distracted by his life. And so I asked him, what do you think you ought to be praying about? And he didn't have an answer. He just kind of stopped there and thought about it for a while. And I said to him, I want to suggest that you take your distractions and actually make those the main event of your prayer, because God wants to talk to you about your life. He had this look of relief kind of came over him, and it kind of reassured him that nothing was wrong with him. The whole idea of distractions is just that. Oftentimes when we sit down to do prayer, we oftentimes think that we're supposed to be contemplating the divine attributes or meditating intently on the Gospels. And yes, we should be meditating on the Gospels and meditating on God's attributes from time to time. But I want to suggest that what we think are distractions ought to be, oftentimes, the main event of our prayer. Because how are we supposed to sanctify our life? How are we supposed to grow in virtue? How are we supposed to discover what our attachments are if we don't actually sometimes pay attention to our distractions? Because those things that are rolling through our mind, those will reveal to us what our attachments are and what our challenges are and what our hopes are. Sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're good. But I want to suggest actually paying attention to them, maybe writing them down and making a list of them. And these are the things that we can take to our prayer. And so there's many ways of dealing with distractions. But I think this one here is especially freeing for us who live very full and busy lives.